So the Malawi cichlid tank is now having its very first cleanup. It's been like a month. I haven't needed to do anything until now, but there is a diatom algae outbreak and Kate is fixing it for me. Now what's interesting is that the fish, I've not had anything like this going into the tank yet apart from food. So they're seeing this and they don't know what's going on. And Kate just said, where's all the fish gone? And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh yeah. Well, they're coming out a little bit more now, but they're all finding that rock work and they're all going down inside and finding little passageways. There's loads of them all in that crack there, see? There's a good little section there. I told you guys before, remember, that they could go in and amongst all of these rocks, and they really can. They don't do it that often because they just don't feel threatened, but I guess they do because of the razor scraper. So it's a diatom algae outbreak, and you quite often get that in tanks with lots of serious stone and sand. It's to do with silicates, I think, something like that. Anyway, the way around it will be to now add some algae eaters. I can get some bristlenose in here. They'll be absolutely fine with these guys. They'll also go around and clean all of these plants as well, because all that brownness on the leaves, that's all diatom algae. It's not a problem and it's not going to hurt the tank, but you know, it's best to clean it off if we can. So yeah, thank you, Kate, for sorting this. Look at that action. Babes, you have to look at me and laugh, otherwise people think I'm bullying you. You didn't know I was filming? Good work, babes. So it's now another week later since you last saw those clips. I didn't add any bristlenose in the end because I just wanted to give the tank a little bit of time. And in that week, everything's pretty much cleared up. Check it out, we are looking good. There is a tiny, tiny bit on some of the glass, but I think that's where we missed it, scraping it a week ago. But if you look at the plants now at the back there, and we'll get to you guys in a minute, the plants at the back look nice and clean. Nice and clean. As I said, I haven't added any algae eaters at all. I will add some today though, because we're going to be adding more fish to the tank. Matt's got some brilliant looking blues and these red top ones as well. And even he agrees more in here will actually be better for the tank. These guys are growing really, really well actually. They're a lot bigger than when I first put them in. Well, to me they are. I mean, others looking at probably think, no, they're the same. But you know, we've had them well over a month now with good amount of feeding, and they just look fantastic, don't they? One thing I'm loving the most is the colours. They're so colourful. Actually, saying that, the thing I do love the absolute most is that my boys love this tank more than all of them. It's the first one they run up to, and that makes sense. There's big, shiny, pretty coloured fish in them. What my middle son Henry said he loved about this tank was that it was white and then the fish are colourful. I mean, it's not white, but I kind of know what he means. When you look at all the tanks dotted around the studio, there's a lot more sort of light in it. Some of them aren't on at the moment actually. Oh, there's a lot of mess because I'm currently building a new tank next to the Beta Sorority. I've got this kit here from Superfish, this whole lot. There's a big video coming on it, but oh, look at that, it looks so cool, right? But yeah, next up, what I want to do in this one is add more rock work. If we're going to add more fish, we need more territory to sort of occupy. And in this back section here will work really well, just a nice pile of some rocks, a few more little pieces of Anubias that'll work well there. And to be honest, that's pretty much the only area, maybe just a touch in that background as well, but we still need to keep space behind it for the flow so you just don't get loads of debris catching. And I've just picked up a load more pieces of Sirius stone and this big piece of wood as well, which is probably going to go in that new scape, not this one. But yeah, we got plenty of Sirius stone. I've got loads there and I've got some in the background area as well. There we go, got some really nice pieces there. Should be plenty to fill that back area. Now I don't want them to slot in all nicely. I deliberately want them to be piled so that there's big gaps in them. Some of the gaps will have some plants, but most of it just creates a channel all the way through, just like what I've got here with these two island sections. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is get some pieces secured right into the sand. Create a strong base. That one's solid. We're going to mess the water up. God, this is a big solid piece as well. And if it can just sit and create a gap. Yes, so there's a big channel right down there. Another one just out in front. I'm just trying to create some kind of base that I can put another big piece on the top, because I want to be able to see it from this angle as well. All right, that's solid. That's just locked right in. Looking good, just adding even more sort of shapes to it. Look at that channel. Several channels right inside there. I also want to fill out that area behind, but not where that Anubias is. I think that Anubias on its own looks good. I think if I can build some more up in that section in the background, that'll work really well with the flow of the tank. Now, I'm not too worried about the whole, you know, flow of the tank and the look and that sort of thing, because this is a fish tank at the end of the day, so I want it to be like for the fish. So if I slightly destroy the aesthetic by putting rocks in certain places that aren't perfect for the eye, I'm okay with that. This one is for the fish. Speaking of which, the fish are really confused as to what's going on. I'm now just trying to create some good height with the rocks, whilst also making sure that it is secure. I'm tapping it the whole time, giving it wiggles, but that is solid. Okay, I like it, but that piece at the back is very flat. I can probably tilt it either that way. Yeah, I think going that way will sort of, actually it does work because you've sort of got this flow that goes like that. But I think we can get it shifted around a little bit. It's a little bit too flat. The fish are very confused as to what's going on. This is the first time anything's gone in the tank since I set it up. Right, lift this piece and maybe angle it like upwards. Something like that, but tucked into the wood a bit more, I think. And I've got one more final monster bit here. I don't know if it's definitely going to work, but let's give it a go. We've got a lot of space left. It looks pretty cool, but it's too uniform. It's going that way. Maybe if I switch it around the other way. It's actually coming out of the water now as well. That's pretty cool. I mean, the water's pretty murky, but the fish are already trying to go around and explore it all. I love that. Real big, imposing part, and then the smaller island at the side, and the wood coming out of it. I don't even think I need to add any more of the Anubias, to be honest, because it's framing this front Anubias really well. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I like that. Just needs a little bit of time to clear. I can add some API AquaClear or something, but by the time we come back from the shop, from getting some new fish, it will be absolutely sparkling. We are in the shop. We are in the shop. There's no one here. It's only, Matt's only just got in, and there's literally just us.
Yes.
It's so romantic.
And all the fish.
Let's not make it weird.
Let's not make it weird. No, let's not.
So, after me and you went and got the Malawi cichlid, I can't talk. I just can't talk.
This is why we don't do it early.
Yeah.
No, cichlid.
So after we went to, where did we go before?
Maidenhead Aquatic Sanders.
Sanders. We
Yep.
went there because you guys didn't have any.
Yep.
Literally 2 days after we went there,
Yeah.
you got this delivery of all these really cool ones. Not that my ones are bad at all.
No, it's just different species turned
Different
up.
species turned up, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the species, because are these Malawis?
They are, yes. We've got a few different ones. You've already got, you've got the ACIs, haven't you?
Yep.
Then we've got the Auroras in here, which are really nice, but they take a little bit of time to colour up. So they'll generally get like a pale blue back with then a yellow belly.
They're quite big as well.
They're quite chunky. So yeah, they're a little bit bigger than what I'd probably...
Than the ones I've got currently.
They'd probably be okay. But yeah, so we had those in. We then got the Cobalt Blues.
These are the ones that I came and I was like, whoa! My sons are going to love these because they already love the ACI.
Yeah.
Because they got that sort of bluiness, but these are like extra blue.
Yeah, they're a lighter blue than the ACI. The ACI is a little bit darker, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they'll look nice in there.
Who's this guy swimming around with them?
The big guys, so those are an open water cichlid.
Oh, okay.
So they're a Borlei. So yeah, they get orange fins, blue body, quite cool.
Yeah, very nice. But we're not going for that, are we?
No, because they don't get overly big, but you know, still
we're trying to keep with.
Yeah, we're trying to keep with rock dwellers, and those are open water. So yeah, I think we'll keep them.
So before I come here, I've just added a ton of like new Serious stone and just built up. So the other fish have had a look that were in there. They've kind of just gone, no, that's not our area.
Yeah, that's it.
So maybe these guys will like go, well, this is free.
Yeah.
We'll
absolutely.
take that.
You'll find that sometimes that is the case. Obviously, it's hard for aquascaping, but sometimes if you do have problems with territorial disputes, it is worth shifting the rocks around and moving stuff about to just sort of diffuse everything and, confuse them, I guess.
As I was saying, as I did it, I was like, well, this is a fish tank. It might not look perfect lines, but the rock has got holes all the way through it, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So.
That's it. And you were saying they disappeared the other week, didn't they?
Oh, they did,
like,
They all gone.
All freaked out and you couldn't see any of them.
Yeah, that's in this video, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, yeah, there's those. We've already got the yellows.
Got yellow labs, yeah.
Those are... got a very nice orange hue as well.
Yeah, they are nice. They are nice. It might just be the lighting in here, because we've got different LEDs to Sanders now.
Yeah,
got
that's
our
true.
new fancy LEDs.
But also you've got black background on this.
Oh, and black background, yes.
And I think that does help with the colours standing out a lot more.
They do pop, don't they?
Yeah.
But next door...
Yes, these are the ones. Hang on, this, because this is annoying me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you want me to move it?
They look good. Yeah, if you could just shift that out the way for us, that would be great.
Yeah.
Now I'll come around this way whilst you're around that way.
Okay, cool. So yeah, these are red top
I love them.
Labdachromis.
I
So these
absolutely
are what they
love
call hongies. So yeah, they'll go blue, like a orangey throat, orangey forehead, and then yeah, orange dorsal fin to them. So yeah, you can see a couple of sort of ones that are starting to display and starting to colour up. Which,
Yes, look at this guy. Sort of, yeah, he's
have that.
he's a boy. Yeah, you can see the
More than
the
likely,
spot bit
yeah.
at the back you said about as
Yes,
well.
exactly. Yeah, the egg spots with the way he's acting as well. Yeah, I'd be fairly sure on that.
Okay, so I definitely want just a group of those two each.
Yeah,
we had
perfect.
5 of all the other colours, so that'd
Yep.
be 10 extra to the tank in total.
Yep.
There's plenty of space in there, isn't there?
Loads of space, exactly. And while they're juveniles, it's absolutely fine. You just then might need to move them when you start pairing off. Well, they don't pair off like normal cichlids, but yeah, once they start doing it, we can always have a look at moving some around. Maybe
Yeah.
a second Malawi tank. 2 tanks the same in your studio. I'm not sure that would
Not
work.
the same, but yeah, I would do it different. But I do want more Malawi
Yeah,
in
I think it'd
general.
be cool. Big pond, maybe.
Well, there's no. I'd have to maybe. That's a thing. That's a thing in itself, isn't it?
is.
That's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
You mean like a plywood?
Like a Malawi pond. Yeah.
So all viewed from the top.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll get a viewing panel, of course.
Yeah, you get a viewing panel in there.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
amazing. Do you remember the one we saw at Bristol Zoo?
That was wicked, wasn't it? That was so cool.
And they had that little waterfall coming down the back with all
Yeah.
the fake rock.
And they had hundreds in that small space.
They are packed. It's because they're so aggressive. It makes it works. You
Yeah,
just got to keep
exactly.
on top of the cleaning, and you're fine.
They had little babies. They had all generations going
Oh
through,
yeah, there
didn't
was
they?
huge amounts of different fish in there.
Yeah, so there's me thinking maybe this will be overstocked, but it's not going to be at all, is it?
No.
And not even anywhere near.
No. Once they grow, then maybe, but yeah, not for a long time.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah.
Yeah, good.
I'll take the lot.
Cool.
Not the lot, but you know what I mean.
5 of each.
Yeah, please. So we're back at the studio. You can see here the fish have been floating for about 20 minutes, so they're actually the right temperature, and then go in. The tank is crystal clear, as we hoped for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, these fish are from a completely different system, so I don't really want to put the water into the tank. They're from another store. This is well established, so yeah, to take them out of the bags. So I think we'll go with the orange tops first, and then this always satisfying part. I don't know why I love that. Hello, guys. And then we can add these beauties in. I wonder what they're going to be like with the others. Oh, okay, there's no aggression. Friends straight away, that's brilliant. Love that. And now for the blues as well. Oh my goodness, they really are nice and blue. Oh, the numbers are looking good. And those cobalt blues are just going to get better and better colour, but you can see there the difference. Look at that. Oh, I love them. A few of them got in that middle rock section. I'm hoping that oh look, yeah, no, we've got some exploration over into the new rock area as well. I'm massively happy with how this tank is coming along. So it's now the next day, and the behaviour of the fish in the tank has changed. I mean, can you see behind me there? You can't see any fish. Now the new fish, they don't know me yet, so they're very, very skittish. When I go to the tank, they move really fast. And as a result, the fish that are already in there get spooked as well, and everyone just runs away. Now, when I say runs away, I obviously mean swim away. So look, these ones in the front at the moment are the ones that are already in there. Oh, there's some cobalt blues coming forward in the middle there. If I stay quite still, everyone sort of chills out and comes to the front. But the second I move fast, if the new fish are out, so the red tops, none of them are coming to the front at the moment because they just don't trust me, but these guys know me and they want to see some food going in there. But that's how you gain the trust. So there's a red top. Am I saying that right? Is it red top? There's a couple of them there. But if I move, look, and come like closer to the tank, they all shift. They are getting better though. They were doing it a lot more than that, and then you wouldn't see any of them at all. But that's not aggression, and that's the main thing. They're getting more and more used to me as the hours go by, to be honest. I'm gonna put some food in and just let them know that I'm not a threat. So I like to use a flake and a pellet. But look, you can see here now, all my usual guys, all at the front. We've got a cobalt as well. Oh look, no, they're being brave. I think they're following the example of the other fish. They're not scared. So the new ones aren't either. There we go. There's way more than this though. Like we're only seeing a small percentage of all the fish. Then I like to do a little sprinkle of the pellet as well, which sinks down and they all pick at it on the bottom. There we go. Lots and lots of them coming out now. And as suspected, a lot of the new fish are using the new rock area as well. I mean, not now that I've said that, of course, because they are all coming forward, but this is good. This is a lot more like chilled from what I have been seeing, so I'm really happy with that. Look at that blue. Whoa, and the egg spots at the back. That's definitely a male, isn't it? Big as well, really, really big. And then for the fish's vegetables, I add in algae wafers, not that many, but I add in 3 algae wafers. Actually, there's more fish now, so I'm gonna add in a 4th. And I just break it up into smaller pieces and chuck it in. And that sits around for a good few hours with them picking at it. There's quite a lot of fish, remember, so we need a decent amount of food. And it's obviously a good amount because we're not getting tons of algae and waste and nitrates. We're all good. See, look at that, they love it, they're going for it. I tend to put it all in the foreground though, because if there's any that's left over for too long, I'll go and take it out, but there probably won't be. They love it. When you think they've literally just had all the other food, but they're still interested in more. But you know, we've basically covered everything there. They've got all types of food that they need. We've got our veggies, we've got the nutrient density in the sinking pellets, and then the flake as well. Look at these guys having a go here. This is mine, no, it's mine. Look at that beast. The white one there is massive. That's probably one of the biggest in the tank, as well as that new cobalt blue. I absolutely love these fish. I also think we're getting a lot more colours pop in now as well, because there's more sort of a dark background with all that rock. And it seems to be that the darker the background, the more colour you get from these fish. Or maybe it's not more colour, but it looks like it in the contrast, you know what I mean? This is one of those tanks that you can just sort of sit back and enjoy. I feel like the whole thing's more of an art piece as well as a fish tank, do you know what I mean? It's got that contemporary look to it. The fish are massively interesting. Oh, I can't wait now to be able to show my boys. They're going to be coming later on today. Hopefully I'll be able to film it for like a later video, but yeah, they're going to love the blues. They're going to love that there's more going on. Oh, massively successful. When I first set up this tank, I was a little bit worried. And you're probably thinking, worried about what? What was there to worry about? Well, first of all, I never kept these fish before. And I was worried about possible aggression and things like that, which I dare say might happen at some stage as they get older. The main thing I was worried about though is, if you look, there's no plants in the substrate, and the substrate is just sand. Now a lot of the time I set up planted tanks with full sort of fertilized substrates and tons of plants, and that's usually my weapon against algae. So in this instance, we've got just sand and some epiphytes which don't draw a load of nutrients, and quite a lot of fish, bigger fish as well, that produce a lot of waste. I was worried we were going to have a massive algae fest and it was going to be like, oh, I'm not enjoying this, because I had done that before when I did the Lake Tanganyika one that I did the 4-foot tank. But basically all it turns out was the lighting was just way too high. Now in this tank I've got the light set to 40% of what they can actually go to, and it seems to have worked just perfectly. The only algae I got was that little diatom outbreak, which is normal in most tanks, and it clears itself up as long as everything's in a good balance, which clearly it is because it's doing so well. Anyway guys, that's the end of this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope to catch you on the next one. See you later.